When the doctor says you got an issue in your body, you see Jesus. That is your way out of the situation. When there's something going on financially, you see Jesus. When there's something that's happening in relationships, you see Jesus. He's your source. He's the one you're dependent on. You're God dependent. I mean, just by beholding Jesus, man, you're transformed into that same image, you know? You see Jesus. And so what happens is when I fall from grace, what I'm doing, I'm literally saying I'm no longer God dependent. I am now more self-dependent. I, because of fear, find myself in self-preservation, which is fear-based. And once I find myself in self-preservation, it is now all about what I can do to make this thing happen. Now, guess what happens when you get to that place where it's all about what you can do to make it happen? Man, you're going to get angry. You're going to get bitter. You know why? Because it ain't going to be happening. You're going to get, and notice what he says right after this. He says, he said, looking diligently, lest any man fall from the grace of God. Watch, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. So now that you're fallen from the grace of God, you're fallen from being God dependent, and now you're back into being self-dependent. You're no longer dependent on Jesus being enough. That's a question I often ask people. Do you really think he's enough? Because I believe he's enough. I don't believe I need to do anything else. I don't believe I need to assist him in any kind of way. I believe I receive what he's done, and I depend on him. Now, of course, I do the things that he instructs me to do, but I depend on him and what he has done. And I told my daughter, I said, baby, try not to write any songs about, needing some more of God. Because he's enough. He didn't just chop himself up and give you a portion. And if you earned it, and if you were just good enough and performed just right, he'll give you another portion. And then, if you did it just right, then he's going to give you the rest of the portions. I don't believe that. I believe that when you fall back into your performance and dependent on yourself, you're going to become bitter, because you're going to look and you're going to realize this is not working.
Everyone here is just on fire and so loving and amazing.